Hey gamers, welcome to another DSP video. This podcast, he has a lot of rants, and I got timestamps, so don't worry, this time I came prepared. As you can see, I have this nice character I drew. I created her. Her name is, Seraph. Now, I think I found out there was another character that has the same name, so I was like, okay, whatever, but there you go, right? Okay, let's get started. Wait, wrong window. There we go.
And people aren't watching, you're like,
And yes, I got
we talked about this
a Gilliger
yesterday.
thermos.
So
Big ass
basically
thermos.
after yesterday, I asked for feedback on Tekken 8, okay? And I said, what do you guys
Get
think
this.
is going on with this game? I want feedback on
What's
how
going
to continue
on?
to play it, because there's going to be two schools of thought here.
Let's hear the beginning
feedback
again.
on Tekken 8, okay? And I said, what do you guys think is going on with this game? I want feedback.
I assume the reason why views are low is probably because maybe they're just bored of Tekken. I don't know. Or maybe it was just constantly being told, I'm not good at the game, you know, okay? I mean, at the same time, also, like, I thought he doesn't care about views. I don't care about views, man. It's about crowdfunding.
On how to continue to play it, because there's going to be two schools of thought here, and there's not that much I can do in regards to choosing
Nothing
one,
I can do.
I have to. There's two different ways to approach Tekken 8 moving forward.
Why doesn't he just do what he wants to do, you know? But okay.
Approach number one is to get better at the game and play as hard as I can and watch matchup videos and try to.
This is kind of lame. Maybe you don't need to be a tryhard. This dude is like, I'm watching tech videos now. I said before, I sometimes watch tech videos. I'm truly stumped. But as far as Tekken's concerned, I kind of was trying to do that, but then I realized, fuck it. I'm just gonna mash. Fuck it. I'm gonna mash like a respectable fighting game player, man.
Study knowledge of the meta of the game.
Like, this is so lame. He has to learn he has to watch all these videos and all this stuff. Why not just play the game? Why not just do that? Why does he need to learn? Why does he need to win? Like, that's the thing I don't understand. Like, other people I've seen stream fighting games, they're usually either trying to get better to, I don't know, go to tournaments and all this stuff, but DSP doesn't plan on doing tournaments, like, at all. So, why not just fuck around? Like, do ranked mode, pick a random character, and just say fuck it. But no, he has to learn and he has to get good. Why does he need to get good? Oh, we don't want to watch him fuck around and not win. Why bother, man? Like, this dude is ridiculous. It's either he has to win or why bother? But it's like, why not just play the game? And if you win, you win. You lose. Like, you don't have to like learn matchup knowledge like super hardcore or study. Like, why treat Tekken like a fucking exam? Like, I was kind of that threshold with Guilty Gear, I feel, where it's like, okay, I should try to get really good. But then I realized, you know, I feel like I kind of started to realize that when I'm trying to like understand the game, I feel like I get more upset and more like worked up. So like now I'm just trying to just like, look, I'll just play the game and do what I think can work with my characters, and I'll just deal with it, whatever. And that's kind of, I've been finding more enjoyment out of the game doing that than just I need to get good. I need to win. I need to get this amount of win. Like I was at the point where it's like I need to get a Celestial. I should try to get that, man. And now it's like no. I think at most all I should care about is just staying in like above rank 8. And if I dip, whatever. And I could just play. You know, it's like more just like I'll just enjoy the game. And I kind of been enjoying that. Like, sure, I get mad, but it's like I kind of try to balance it out, you know, because at the end of the day, I just want to have fun with the game. And it's like, yeah, I could be mad, but I should never be to the point where it's like I want to I wanted to just stop playing or whatever, you know.
Character knowledge that I don't have right now. Try to learn how to block high-low mix-ups. Try to get to improve, but focusing only on a core series of characters. Because in a fighting game, if you're going to get good at it, you need to focus on a core group of characters so that you can actually, learn their ins and outs of how they play. And this takes a lot of time and dedication.
This is like kind of lame because he's kind of acting like, oh, in order to be good, like this is as if like people who play games that have fun play every character in like one day or whatever, and it's like no. If you're playing a game, if you're playing a fighting game and you're having fun with it, you're gonna just pick a character and you're gonna stick with that character. Then if you feel comfortable, then you move on. Like I even when I was like playing like Skullgirls at the start or Street Fighter 4 when I first played a fighting game, yeah, I focused on one character, but then I moved on once I got either bored or comfortable with them. Then it's like, okay, I'm gonna move on to someone else and see and go from there. And that might be in a few hours, it could be a day, it could be a week, whatever, how long it takes. But this dude, it's like either you have to dedicate time and be good, or you're just gonna fuck around with any character and do casual mode. And it's like, he just kind of goes off of like a laundry list of how to play a game, and it's like, why do you look at a fighting game like that? If I'm gonna play Guilty Gear, I gotta play like only biking, and I gotta learn biking. I gotta understand the tether that she has. If I don't get that, then I can't move on. Like, who cares? Like, I could probably say I probably have not mastered biking. I got to the point where I'm good with her, but I'm probably not like the highest level biking player. And yet I still moved on to Jacko, Milia Rage, Elfelt, Bedman, and other characters because it's like, I just want to play other characters. I don't need to stick with one character. And it's like, yeah, I'm not a master with it, like a master, but I'm good with most of them. Like, I think my Jacko, honestly, I think my most lacking character is Jacko. There's just setups and moves I'm just not doing with her that I see other Jacko players do. But it's like I don't think I'll ever get to that point. I am just happy how I'm playing as her. It's like I just love her normals. I don't like her. Her special moves are kind of fun and shit, but her normals, I don't know why. It's the most satisfying normals I've seen in a character. Do like 2D where you're just doing that like spin whatever, and then that into like a 2-3-6 kick is my favorite. I love doing that, or just doing like forward heavy slash, or just neutral heavy slash. Like those are kind of fun moves.
This is not, I played with the character twice, I've mastered them. No. You have to be focused on said character. Take a look at Street Fighter 6 and how long it took me to finally have it click. It took about 2 to 3 months for the game to click. So I learned all of the different various game mechanics. And once I learned
Did he get it though? I mean, there were streams where he was burning himself out and he was like, "What happened? What happened to my meter?" And all this stuff. Did he really get it? No.
Mechanics, then applying those to each character, like Blanca, Honda,
Handa,
Dalsim, etc. And eventually then grinding with those characters to take them to master level. It took an incredible amount of time and effort, thousands of matches in some cases. So, with that being said, with Tekken, it would be the same. Taking like 3 or 4 characters, saying, this is who I want to play as. Focusing on them, learning their stuff, playing with them constantly, and kind of rotating between them until I can get them to a high level and playing the meta of the game. So that's one situation, and if I do that,
what happens?
The gameplay level will continuously improve. You'll see higher level gameplay, tougher matches, me fighting better players and climbing the ranks. It'll be a slow climb, but it'll definitely be interesting to see how well I can do in competitive Tekken, okay?
Competitive Tekken? Why is that in quotes?
The other side.
Okay, the other side.
The other possibility, the other way to tackle the game is to play it far more casually. What I mean by that is, instead of only focusing on, say, 3 characters, 4 characters, and getting better and learning the meta, instead saying, it's not that big of a deal. I don't need to get good at this game.
Oh my god.
I just want to play it casually.
You know what's funny? When this game was coming out, he was like, I'm not good at Tekken, guys. I'm not a master at Tekken. Kind of insinuating that he was going to play the game more casually and just fuck around. And now we have this crisis. Should I be a tryhard or not? And it's like, it's so lame. Just play a game and have fun with it. Why does he play these games and take it to such clown extremes? Like, And I'm sure he might use the excuse, well, this is my job, I should take it seriously. And it's like, maybe instead of taking the game serious, maybe you should take how you interact with your chat seriously. Okay, whatever.
Enjoy it for what it is. So what that would mean is basically, maybe every week, picking a different character, watching some basic tutorial.
But dude, he's doing that now anyway. Okay.
Videos online of said character, trying to apply those basics to that character right away, jumping online and trying to do a couple sets, and then that's it, moving on to another character next time I play. So, maybe once a week you'd see one new character.
What? Why doesn't he do like new character for a while and then he just hones in from there? Like, honestly, you're never really gonna find your main if you don't experience the roster. Like, I've played a lot of the cast in Guilty Gear. The only ones I didn't play was I played Mei very little, and it's like and I just it didn't click with me. I don't like playing Mei. Uh I think I might have played Axel once. I know I played him in Exard, and I didn't like him then, and I doubt I like him now. I played Epic Chaos, and he was fun for a while. Then I hated him, and now I don't want to like bother with that character. I played Eno a lot. I played Geo in the beta, and I played her a little bit. She's kind of fun, but she's a little too basic for me, but whatever. I may want to go back to her, though, to at least see if I get anything going with her. I played like a good portion. I don't play Soul Bad Guy Kai because they're just very vanilla characters. And then there's Sin, and I tried because I had the season pass, and that didn't click with me either. But again, I got that opinion because I at least touched the characters. Why doesn't he just touch the characters?
No, maybe this Friday I'd use Fang, and then the next week I would use Kuma, and then the next week I would use Nina, and then the next week I would use Reina, and just keep every week a new character. Now here's the thing. I've done both, all right? I've literally played fighting games both ways. If you truly want to make quality gameplay, you have to get good at the game.
Dude.
All right?
Dude. This is dumb saying, if you want quality gameplay, what is quality gameplay? Isn't it subjective? Because I could argue being a tryhard isn't quality gameplay. Because it's just taking other people's tech and applying it to yourself. You didn't find these combos yourself. You didn't, like, learn it on your own. Like, I kind of think it's more fun to go online and just try stuff there, or just fuck around. But it's like, oh, you gotta do this, man, to make quality content. Like, I thought you just want to have fun and play video games. Isn't the quality in the interaction because you're an interactive streamer?
Of fighting game is not good enough to make quality gameplay, right? The thing is, and I know this from experience, that not everyone out there cares about quality gameplay. Most people who are looking for high-level Tekken gameplay are not coming to DSP Gaming. They're not going to be watching here. I'm not even known as a Tekken player, right?
Look at this dude's ego. All this is, honestly, in reality, this is just ego. He's afraid he can't hang in Tekken, so he's just trying to find ways to like either get his chat to rally behind, just play casually and all this stuff, even though he's not gonna play for a long period of time. But this dude is so sensitive and insecure about fighting games. It's really pathetic. Like, dude, I'm not like a pro fighting game player, but I at least have some security in how I play my fucking fighting games. Like, holy shit, dude.
There's plenty of places out there to go and see people do that kind of stuff, right? And therefore, I feel like if I go for the higher level gameplay, I'm kind of isolating my audience. Because how many people realistically want to see DSP get good with Paul or King or June or whomever?
Who wanted to see him get good with Blanca or E Honda or whatever the fuck? Like, come on, man.
Keep coming back to see my journey to it's not master in this game, whatever it's called, the higher ranks or whatever. So there's the truth of the matter is, does anyone really care? And it's sad because I do think like years and years ago.
The thing is, when he plays these fighting games, he doesn't even look like he likes them. I mean, you come to me playing Guilty Gear, I'm just like, oh man, Biken's so fucking rad. I like her combos and this and that. Like, I kind of like get into it, and then I know my favorite songs. It's like, oh, Big Blast Sonic, God blast that, or whatever. Or it's just like I know some matchups. I'm like, okay, this is the matchup I'm really good with, or whatever the fuck. I try to at least get to show at least some interest in what I'm doing. When DC plays Tekken, it's just, oh, it's this player, oh, it's this character, oh, gonna match, just mashing, man. And that's all you hear. And it's like, does he even know the lore of Tekken? Does he care for the lore? Does he care for the lore of Street Fighter? Like, the only lore in Street Fighter he cared about was Blanka's an oddball, what's his name? Jamie is like a relative of Yun and Yang, whatever the fuck. Okay, it's like very rudimentary shit, but like, okay, I don't know, like, I just don't see anything that makes me want to care. And I guess it's kind of unfair because then it's like, well, then if he plays the game and is like super cringy about the lore, then maybe that, like, this is all stuff that you just have to do on your own. And the problem with DSP is that he's so like beholden to his audience, and in all this stuff, it's like, I don't know what he wants anyone to give him for feedback. Why do people not care about Tekken? I don't know. Like, is it because you suck at the game? Is it because maybe you're tryhard? I don't know. But like, this is stuff that you just kind of have to feel out. And it's just, the problem with DSP is that he just doesn't really do anything when he plays a video game. Like, I play Persona 3 Reload, and I'm gushing about the stages, the level, the Tartarus levels, a bit of the music, and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, I feel that whole playthrough, I'm like feeling nostalgic for when I first played Persona 3, and it's like, it's just a lot of fun. But it's just everything with DSP. It's like, we have to do this. Okay, guys, we're starting the stream, and we gotta do this, man. And it's like, why do we need to get progress? Like when he's playing Street Fighter 6, it was like, I need a progress in my rankings. And it's like, why does that matter? Like, why does it matter? Like, yeah, people are gonna dog on him for not ranking up, but again, why should he care what, like, the trolls are gonna laugh at? Again, this dude is beholden to everyone else's experience. But if he's having fun, why does it matter if he ranks up or not? Again, like, I kind of got over the idea of getting to Celestial, because it's like, it's not fun to turn on the game and just think, I need to get to this level. It's more of just like, I just want to just fuck around with this game. I get more mad now in Guilty Gear when I can't get a match. Like, the matchmaking is still kind of flimsy, and that's the only thing that's making me mad. And that's it. Everything else is fine. It's just the matchmaking it just drives me up the wall sometimes, where I'm like waiting for hours, it drops connections, it drops matches, and it's like, or it gives me matches that's like 500 ping. It's like, why?
I was more well known for fighting games, correct? I kind of gave that up. Around the era when Street Fighter V came out, I gave it up. I said, Street Fighter V sucks so bad. I didn't want to keep playing it. And without Street Fighter V being in the mix as the major fighting game that I was playing, instead, I was going to do more variety of other games, which I did. If you take a look at the last...
By the way, this dude has done variety content even before Street Fighter V. This dude was calling himself a variety content creator for years. And this dude is like, yeah, man, I for the first time I decided to be a variety streamer. No, man, wrong, incorrect.
10 years or so. I adopted a ton more style of games that normally I wasn't even playing. I mean, games like the Persona series, the Yakuza series, and things
these were fucking Patreon goals. You can't really brag about that. Especially, I even think Persona came up before Street Fighter V when he played it. Because I think he did Persona 3 in 2016. And that was the same year Street Fighter V came out. So he did Persona 4 factually before Street Fighter V was even in beta form.
Staples of my content that hadn't been previously. They kind of moved in and took over for my fighting game.
And this dude did like Chrono Trigger over the summer, the Year of Retro, and all this other bullshit. He did multiple different genres. This dude is pretending so bad that he was like such a Street Fighter addict back in the day. Again, he wants that narrative of like a retired fighter coming back into the fray, and it's like, dude, shut up, you're a loser.
Now, I'm not to say that I didn't cover fighting games. I did. When a new fighting game came out, I would play it. If it had a story mode, I would play it. Any offline modes, I would play them. I would learn a few characters, go online, and then essentially I would drop the game within a couple of weeks of it releasing. And this pretty much went for every fighting game.
But you know what's funny with those fighting games? Some of those, for the most part, he was at least honest, where he was just like playing it, then he dropped it. But what was annoying when he was on Twitch, like 2017, 2018, whatever, when those fighting games were coming out then, he would pretend that these were going to be a fighting game he was going to play on Friday Night Fights every week. He was pretending to do that, and then he'd drop it, which makes it, like, worthless. And I got more annoyed with that. And then Monkey Paw happened, where he stuck with Street Fighter 6 for the longest time. And it's like, okay, but there's a cynical part of me that was like, no, he's only doing this because he has the Season 1 DLC pass. At most, he will drop it after that's done. He won't buy Season 2. He may play the game during Season 2, but he won't buy the Season 2 character pass. Because he's going to buy the Season 1 because he got that special edition, and then that's it. And then he'll drop it. And that's what he's going to do. He's going to play Akuma, then drop it. He doesn't care about Ed because why would he? You know, because he's Street Fighter 5, and Street Fighter 5 is such a bad game, man. Why do you want to, like, look at characters from that game? It's not like that that good characters could come out of bad games, right? Correct?
Whether it was a Mortal Kombat or an Injustice or a Tekken or another kind of a spin-off fighter, whatever fighters I played, that was it for me, right? Like, I didn't really care as much about them. Now, when Street Fighter 6 came out, that's when things changed. Because with Street Fighter 6, it looked so good. And I was like, man, I really feels like this is an invigoration or reinvigoration of the fighting game community for me. Because they put so much effort into the game. It plays
the fighting game community.
Play. It has the best online
Does it though?
Fighter I've
I
ever
don't
seen.
know.
It has a ton of features, both online and offline.
It has rollback.
Great. So all this stuff.
The offline modes
saying,
are
this
whatever.
Is the time to get back into fighting games. So I did last year. I committed myself to Street Fighter.
This dude is such a clown. It's Street Fighter 6. He's like, oh yeah, this is the game. Dude, he was gonna play that anyway. It's Street Fighter fucking 6. This is like me just, like, when the new Guilty Gear game comes out, I'm like, yeah, guys, I decided. I'm going back into fighting games. Like, this Guilty Gear game, Strive 2, is gonna be, this is the year. Fighting games are so fucking back, and it's like, Theo, you've been playing Guilty Gear for, like, forever. What are you talking about?
6 day entire summer and early into the fall.
Of course you're gonna play Street Fighter, Guilty Gear.
When I laid up and stopped playing it regularly because there were so many other releases out. And I did well. You know, as much as morons on the internet would like to pretend, because they always pretend and try to say anything that I do of any kind of achievement doesn't exist, I got good.
Dude, his gameplay was trash. It's the same combo routes over and over. Like, it's to the point. Like, it is crazy. I play Alpha and Strive. Yeah, player. And I do feel bad sometimes when I get to the point where I get desperate to win, and I just go into the the lollipop chain loop, and I just do that, and it's like, this is kind of dirty. I feel like a degenerate when I just rely on that, because it is a knowledge check in a way, where you have to, like, kind of know what's gonna be high-low, and sometimes I get really good at fucking with the opponent sometimes, but I do that, and it's like, yeah, this is kind of like, but I feel ashamed a little bit when I fall back on that. But then it's like, well, you know what? Sometimes you gotta do it to them. Sometimes you just gotta do it to them. You know, if they're not gonna call it out, you just go. You just go, man. And it's like, I see DSP do the same thing, and there's no even hint of, like, yeah, this is kind of cheesy, and just like, yeah, I got him. Oh, yeah, so good. And now that I'm saying this, I'm also now, like, he's gonna, like, fucking ham it up. Like, oh my god, it's so bad, man. I changed it so bad, man. But it's like, this dude is, he's so disingenuous and fake that anything he does, I can't take seriously because this dude's a clown.
Street Fighter 6, I took multiple characters to the master level with winning records, unlike other people who were picking Ken and grinding.
Oh, now we got some people who picked a character and grinded to this. Like man, I'm sorry. Ken is nowhere near as much of a cheeseball as Happy Chaos. I can at least respect Ken players for making it where they are versus Happy Chaos that all he has is just, hey, just match Heavy Slash and there you go. There's your winning ticket. There you go. And maybe do some jabs here and there and then reload or just do a super and you'll reload then. Whatever the fuck. That's all you really gotta do with Happy Chaos. Like, honestly, that's the one character I feel no matter how hard they nerf him, he's still a garbage character to match up with. I just hate fighting him. I can only barely squeak a win with Elfelt. That's how bad he is. I can only squeak out a win with Elfelt. And Elfelt, like, a lot of people are probably like saying, oh, she's cheesy in this game. I mean, I'm sorry, Elfelt's at least kind of fun, and I can at least tolerate Elfelt players. I fought Elfelts. Happy Chaos is junk. It's really to the point where you see the FGC in Guilty Gear tournaments, you get a divide of the people like, people should be more kind to the Happy Chaos player that wins, man. You know, he at least like play the game, man. Just be kind to him. And then you get the others like, this guy sucks. He picked Happy Chaos. Fuck this guy. I'm tired of this. You'll never get like it's kind of funny to go through Twitter. I mean, I don't personally hate people who pick Happy Chaos. I just hate the character. It's really the character that I just despise. The person I don't know. I think it's like Leffen is the Happy Chaos player. I don't know that guy, so I can't say shit about him. But the character sucks ass. The character is just can be removed from Strive, and no one will miss him. No one will miss Happy Chaos. The only cool thing about Happy Chaos is his glasses. That's it.
It out and only winning a third or a fourth of the time, but still got to master.
There's your daily Happy Chaos.
Street Fighter 6 had a big winning record where I won way more than I ever lost, and I got it out and only winning a third or a fourth of the time, but still got to master. Every character I played with in Street Fighter 6 had a big...
Why doesn't he get to Legendary then?
...winning record where I won way more than I ever lost, and I got them to master relatively quickly. So, that was a big accomplishment for me, to get back into a competitive level. I would like to think that if I took those characters to a tournament, I would at least do decent. I certainly wouldn't win any tournaments, but I think that I probably would have beaten a few opponents at a tournament and stuff, and that's way better than I would say I ever would have done previous in the last 10 to 15 years, because I just didn't give a crap, you know? I really felt like I had fallen out of love with fighting games because Street Fighter V was so shit.
It's so silly that Street Fighter V like tainted an entire genre to him. It's kind of pathetic. I've seen people who like don't like Strive still like fighting games. They play like Revelator 2 still, which is a good fighting game. It's a good Guilty Gear game. And it's like, yeah, people always go back to the old. If you don't have to love a new game to play fighting games. That's kind of like silly.
Now, in regards to Tekken 8, the other way I can approach it outside of getting good like I did in Street Fighter 6
is to just
casually play it. And to truth be told, if you go back in time and you look at my original fighting game coverage that I did on my original Dark Side Phil channel, and even the coverage that I did on the DSP Street Fighter channel for about a year, it was more casualized coverage.
This is a massive clown moment. Because DSP, like, sure, you could say that, oh, I was kind of, like, not doing tournaments at this time, whatever. But he literally did, like, playlists of, like, Dan Madness and all this stuff to learn characters. He told us this himself. Like, when he was playing Street Fighter 6, I think, he said, well, guys, I could focus on one character. That's why I did, like, Madness playlist, because that was me learning the game. Learning the character. But now he's like, well, I just fucked around, man. I picked Danabiki because he was such a bad character.
And what I mean by that is, I absolutely did not focus in on only a couple characters and get good and try to play at a high level. That never happened. I was known as the casual guy who got popular on YouTube for fighting games, and the FGC resented me for that.
resented me for that. I don't think the FGC gave a fuck about him making YouTube videos. I think they were more like, this dude is pathetic. And that was it. That's their opinion of him. He's pathetic, and I agree.
That's why when back in the day, if you look at interviews from like 2009, 2010, and they'll ask guys like, you know, Mike Ross.
And again, it's so funny that, again, he glosses over his own fucking story. He told us, well, back then when I was in the FGC, I was such a troll. I was starting fights with everyone. You know, blah, 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 all this stuff. And it doesn't come across his mind that maybe these people hated him because he was a piece of shit to them. What about the top haters, Phil? What about that?
Or something at a tournament. So what do you think of DSP? And he'd be like, DSP, I don't know who the fuck that is, and blah, blah, blah. Of course they all knew who I was. They constantly talked about me on their commentary at tournaments. They dropped.
Dude, they said... there was that one interview where the guy says, oh, this piece of shit named DSP, he thinks he's hot shit because he won a tournament with a super turbo trash port.
My name everywhere, always in a negative light. Why? Because I didn't want to be...
This dude is such a clown. He's sitting there like, oh, they put me in a negative light, man. You put them in a negative light. He kept shitting on everyone. He wanted to start a fight with Jaw, I think. Was it Jaw or someone else that he had to go up to him and with his hands behind his back and be like, I was drunk, sir. You know, if you want to beat me up, go ahead, but I'm not going to fight back. Like, dude, this dude is such a baby. Yeah, the reason why I say he's not gonna fight back is because literally he was bluffing in hopes that he would look so pathetic that the person isn't gonna want to fight a dude that's unarmed. Like, just think about that. And this dude is like, yeah, man, blah, blah, blah. Like, this dude is such a wiener. He deserves to be bullied. Like, no one deserves to be bullied but Phil. Like, he's like the poster boy of like, bully him. And it's like, it's crazy. It's so fucking insane. I've never met anyone in my life that screamed, please bully me, than Phil Burnell.
Part of their community. I'd been there, done that. I had no desire to be a competitive fighting game player, but I was very prominent on the internet for making fighting game content, despite the fact I wasn't good. They hated that shit. Here they were grinding away.
Dude, what they hated was probably him bragging about his 4th place trophy. Like, dude, you got a trophy in a super turbo tournament that had a shitty port, and you bragged about it. Like, usually people, like, and even, let's say it was the perfect port and all this stuff. I don't think even if everyone, like, said, yeah, man, Phil earned it, they would like a dude that's like, yeah, guys, I'm 4th place at EVO, look at me, 4th place, Mr. Big Shot. Like, no one, like, I've never seen any FGC player, at least from my perspective, that bragged as hard or obnoxiously as Phil, because DSP is such an attention whore. This dude wants everyone to pat him on the back for just drinking water.
Trying to get popular on the internet for high-level gameplay, but I was way more prominent than they were, and you know, at that point, one of the top gamers on YouTube, and they really resented it. But again, that was because I was a casual guy. I was more focused on let's do over-the-top commentary on silly gameplay and have a good time with it, rather than, oh, let's play high level and teach people how to play the game. That was never my intention. You know, I was doing entire sets of Dayon Madness, the worst character.
Dude, he doesn't teach us any matchups at all in any fighting game. He tried this in the 30th anniversary collection, but he dropped it when he realized he can't teach anyone anything.
Or one of the worst characters in Street Fighter 4, and I was beating people with Dan and laughing at them and how bad they sucked.
Dude, if you take any character, you could actually be good with them. Like, again, I've said this before, I don't take tier lists that seriously. I mean, whatever. But you could take a bottom tier character and you can still net wins with them. Like, it's just how you play the game and all that stuff. It's just, you may have to work harder for it, but it's like, yeah, you know, it's a fucking video game.
They lost to Dan online.
And then, you know, he says, oh, online and all this stuff, but DSP, what about the netcode? What about the lag? What if you won because of lag?
That's the kind of content I used to put out, and that was what was prominent. All right? But that was like 13, 14 years ago. All right? Like, that was a long time ago. And that kind of content today is actually looked down upon by anyone into fighting games.
What? Huh?
You know, I was doing entire sets of Dan Madness, the worst character or one of the worst characters in Street Fighter 4, and I was beating people with Dan and laughing at them and how bad they sucked because they lost to Dan online. That's the kind of content I used to put out, and that was what was prominent. All right? But that was like 13, 14 years ago. All right? Like, that was a long time ago. And that
Oh
kind of
my
content
god,
today
really?
is actually looked down upon.
No, it's not. Dude, I played fighting games. Like, there was a Revelator stream I did, like, last year. I joined someone's room. It was multiple, like, cabinets set up in that lobby, room, whatever. And I just fought someone. Won that set, and, like, at the end, like, the loser would leave, and then they would load the next seat up. Everyone suddenly just lined up to where I was. And I'm sitting there like, I'm not even that good. And like, and I'm winning against so many, and they were hard matches. I'm not going to say that, oh, I was bodying them or anything like that. And they were very good matches. And everyone in the room just lined up. And it's like, and I'm just saying like, okay, they're going to have to kick me. Because, like, I'm, like, at this point, I feel like I'm hogging a chair. And again, they could go to anyone else. They could go to any other seat, whatever. None of them moved. I had to leave because I was ready to go to bed or some shit. And it's like, man, I was laughing because it's like, I can't believe that, like, I was winning these matches with, like, with the characters I picked. And these were really good matches. Because I feel I suck more in Revelator. I think Revelator 2, like, not because, like, I haven't played this, it's a hard game. It's a significantly harder game than Strive. So it's like, yeah, I'm not good. Like, I don't quite know how to use the houses for Jacko. I just kind of mash them out and just put them wherever. I have no rhyme or reason. The only thing, my only gameplay with that is just to overwhelm the character into a drive combo. And that's it. That's all I do. And it's like, I go there, I switch to, like, bike it. It's like, you know, these are really fun matches. And it's like, I just laugh at that. It's like, I laugh that I'm winning. And it's like, these are just close matches. It's just insane fun. But it's okay to laugh at other people losing to you and all this stuff. But it's like, this dude is such a clown. Because even when he wins, he acts so insufferable. He's like, yeah, oh, I bloodied him. Oh, now he's gonna go and change his diapers, man. And then he goes into Jade mode and makes fun of them for, like, he insinuates that they're brain dead, that they're gonna go get their shoes tied by mommy and daddy, and then, like, all this other bullshit. Or that, oh, if they end before the set or whatever, oh, these people, they rage quit. Oh, they're all bitches, man. Yeah, because this dude is just insufferable. But okay.
By anyone into fighting games. Meaning, if you make content in a fighting game and you have commentary where you're, like, berating the other person or insulting the other person or saying ridiculous things, oh, that's not allowed anymore.
But the reason why people give DSP a lot of shit for this is literally this dude. You could make a montage of him bragging to us how, oh, I'm not toxic anymore. I'm a very chill person. I'm positive, man. And then, like, when he explained Street Fighter 6, he hyped up streams where he wasn't gonna get mad at the opponents. And he wasn't gonna rage, and he wasn't gonna shit on them. Even this year, he said his New Year's resolution wasn't gonna shit on the opponent. And look at him now. Now he's trying to tell us that, oh, you know, back then, announcers are allowed. People don't like that. Motherfucker, you fucking brag about how positive you are and how the FGC is the toxic ones. Like, this dude is such a massive clown. Like, every time we talk about the FGC, it kind of pisses me off because it's the most two-faced attitude to have, where it's like, fuck you, shut the fuck up. Either don't play fighting games anymore or fucking Get a job. I don't know. Like, I was gonna be way more fucking mean about this. But this dude is such a fucking clown. This dude is like, oh man, because he's insinuating that the FGC are a bunch of snowflakes. Go the fuck back when the FGC was shitting on him for any other reason. Remember the guy who was like, yeah, Phil, want to come fight me in my Super Turbo cabinet or whatever? And he's like, this guy, guys, I said that he had a nice room and he fucking makes fun of me. He had rants about that. Crying about how the FGC does not respect this fucking asshole. And now this dude is like, these guys they're a bunch of bitches. They have such thin skin. They're so sensitive now. Dude, you had rants over a dude who just said, you want to come fight me in Super Turbo at my house? Where the fuck do you get off saying they're sensitive, sir? Unbelievable.
Right? That's
right?
Too taboo, too harsh. You're supposed to be ultra respectful now in the FGC.
Motherfucker! God damn, I forgot he says this. He is the one. He's the one who said that the FGC needs to respect people. This dude yelled at a dude saying the new FGC does not respect the old guard. He literally says that. That's his shtick, dude. Go back to, I think Stuart Hogan has the clip, whatever, where he talks about fucking the Super Turbo guy. He literally had a conspiracy theory that the FGC is going out of their way to erase the old guard of the FGC and not respect them anymore. And now this dude is saying that these people are a bunch of bitches for demanding people give other people respect. Come the fuck on! What is it then, Phil? Should we respect people or should we not respect people? What do you want them to do, stupid? Like, this dude is such a massive clown. Because he can't even decide what we should do. If we should respect people, then why is he getting mad that people are like, Phil, you should respect this other person? And again, the thing is, it's one thing to say that, oh yeah, this dude sucks or whatever. If the other dude's an FGC player, okay, and if you didn't know that, whatever, you're gonna say, I don't know, and whatever, leave it at that. But he doubles down on shitting on people. But then, if he's Snake Eyes, oh my god, Snake Eyes! Oh my god, Snake Eyes is here! Oh, Snake Eyes! Oh, Snake Eyes! Yeah, Snake Eyes! He fights some other dude that's in the FGC. Yeah, this guy's a fucking nobody. So let me get this straight. I guess what he says, the way that he wants respect to work, right, is that we should respect only old ass people that have been in the FGC. These new people, don't fucking respect them. Fuck them. They're fucking trash and amateur hour bullshit. What kind of attitude is that? Like, if you want respect, you should respect other people too. Like, you can't be mad when people give you the same shit that you demand of others. Like, dude, if you want to be treated with respect, then give it. But don't be mad when you disrespect someone and then they disrespect you back, dude. Like, I don't know what else to say. This dude is insane. Like, this shit just pisses me off because it's like you're literally seeing someone who has demanded respect from people get mad when they do the same shit to him. Because it's all what's the word? Not opportunistic. It's like, oh my god. I can't think of the word. But it's like a personal bias. He wants everyone to like fucking pat him on the back, but when someone says, oh, Phil, you should pat him on the back, he's like, no, fuck you. It's the same shit with apologies. When it comes to you have to apologize to him, he will rub it in your face until you fucking grovel at his feet. But when he has to do it, oh, how dare you? Oh, you're a troll. Get him out of here. This dude is a massive baby. What a massive baby.
You're supposed to praise your opponents constantly. Never say a negative thing.
Look at this exaggeration. Look at this nonsense. Just because you're like, Phil, you disrespected this guy. I mean, come on, man. He's an FGC player. And he takes that as, oh, so I should kiss his ass and, like, make him dinner and, like, bend over for him, right? It's like, dude, you could just say good games and move on, or just say nothing, or just say, Oh man, like whatever, like dude. When he got bodied by other FGC players he recognized, how did he take losing? Did he say that, oh, these people are bitches? Like, dude, come on. If he thinks that they are bad at a game, he could just say, no, like, dude, like, he's bad at a game. Whatever, I don't know, like, regardless, at the end of the day, if he genuinely believes that these people suck at playing Street Fighter, for example, and all that stuff, and he doesn't think he should respect them, then he could just not address it. He could just move on with his life and be like, yeah, he's suck at video games, whatever, and move on. He doesn't have to like defend his point. He could say, no, like, dude, I played against him. He sucked. He did this or whatever. Like, if I played a Sonic Boom player that spammed Sonic Booms, and he was an FGC player that won tournaments with that combo, and I said this dude sucks, and someone says, Theo, that dude went to Evo. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. This dude sat there and spammed Sonic Booms. I don't respect that dude. Bleh. Sound good? Like, and again, I'm not even sitting there demanding that anyone respects me when I play fucking fighting games. The only thing I care about is if they fucking teabag, I'll either just put the controller down and give them a bullshit win, or I will just find a bullshit combo and double down on the bullshit combo. It's one or the other. It'll go either way. But I'm not gonna be mad if someone says, yeah, this Theo guy, he sucks ass at fighting games. Like, okay, I suck ass. Whatever. It's whatever. But this dude is like, he cares so much. And it's like, I thought you don't care about the FGC. So why does it even matter in the first place?
About the game, only be positive, and it's like, wait, what? Like, when I grew up in arcades, no lie.
Again, he's talking about FGC, right? I thought your audience isn't the FGC. Why are you tailoring your content to them? Why them being mad about you shitting on people matter if you're not making the videos for them? Good question.
It was this actual, like, hazing atmosphere. As if you were in college and people were hazing.
And this is wild because I've seen some, like, discussions about FGC mentality and behavior or whatever the fuck. And I think it's, like, it's situational and it's kind of, like, ridiculous. Because on one hand, it's like, yeah, if someone's doing, like, racist, sexist shit, then yeah, call it out, whatever. Like, I can understand. Because it's like, you know, making fun of someone's gender or race has nothing to do with, like, fighting games. But you're, like, shitting on them for how they play a fighting game and their fighting game skill and shit like that. Like, okay, fine, whatever. Like, no one has a problem with that. To me, at least. I think, I draw, I mean, again, as I said, I draw the line when it comes to, like, personal insults and shit like that, where it's like, you know, whatever. I mean, again, DSP is the only golden exception because look at him. Look at Phil, and you get it. You fucking get it.
You or like in a locker room at a high school. That's really what it was like in the fighting game community in its early inceptive days before.
And again, this dude was shitting on the FGC for being toxic. And then when they're not toxic anymore or whatever, according to him, it's bad. So DSP, what is it? Should they be toxic forever or should they try to be positive? Like, it's really, like, lackluster. Just wait until another FGC player shits on him. Like, and see how fast he goes to them being sensitive.
The days of Street Fighter 4, esports, sponsorships, and everyone making bank playing fighting games. And
that's what it is. He's mad that they can make money and he couldn't make money. He's jealous that they're able to do what he loved and get paid for it and he couldn't. But Phil, you're making money now playing video games. Why? So shut up.
I grew up in a whole different generation that shit talk was common. No one would watch someone play a game and shit talk each other in a fighting game and then be offended at all. It never happened. Everyone was used to the shit talk. You had to be in line with it. You know what I'm saying? Now, I go ahead and I play a fighting game, and God forbid that I make a joke, or I say that someone sucks and is a button masher.
Dude, it's not a joke, though. You literally go out of your way to shit on them. And again, the other thing is, to keep in mind, is that if you're shit talking, and if someone else says, hey, that's fucked up, you know what, how, you know, it's just an observation. Like, if you're just saying it as a joke and someone doesn't take it as a joke, then either apologize or just move on. Again, he's not in a position where it even fucking matters. But the thing is that when his clips get viral traction, or supposedly viral traction, he gets fucking scared because he doesn't want to get drama. But then don't say the shit if you don't want drama, man. Like, if you're shit talking, then you have to be able to take it as much as you can give it. He shit talks someone, then someone else sees that and says, "Wow, this guy's a bitch," and then he gets mad about that. Dude, you're dishing it out. They can't retort. Like, think about the chain of events that happens all the time with this guy. He says some shit, someone clips it. Like, Ann Lead has a fucking stream archive of this situation that perfectly embodies it. I think it was during that Sonic stream, but it was just like he literally shit someone in a vacuum. Someone shows that to someone else. That person looks at either someone else or the person involved looks at it and says, "Wow, this guy is a piece of shit. Fuck him." And then he's like, "Wow, I can't insult him. Oh, wow, I just made a joke and he got mad at me." It's like, dude, you fucking shat on him and he shat on you back. Like, that's just how it is. Like, to some degree, you just have to understand that people have the right to respond. And then if you respond to the response, it'll just keep going. That's how drama works. And this dude still doesn't get it. If he just says whatever he wants to believe in, and then a dude reacts to it, then after that, if he just moves on, people move on. But if he keeps dragging it up and reacting to it, it keeps going. That's why, literally, that's why LTG is a Chad in the situation when it comes to dealing with him. Literally, DSP shits on LTG. LTG does a response video, then he responds back to him, and it goes back and forth up until the point where LTG says, "Give me 5K or get the fuck out or move on," whatever. He just fucking say, "Pay up or shut up," or whatever. And then DSP reacted to that, and then LTG moved on. LTG moved on. And look what happened. DSP could not. He still cannot get over that LTG moved on. He just can't get over it. That's why when there's any chance on shitting on LTG, he always takes it. You saw that clip of him getting that Thanos glove, and was so quick to shit on him for that. But again, LTG shat on him, moved on, and hasn't talked about him. And DSP has talked more about him than LTG has talked about him. Who's the more pathetic one? But DSP doesn't understand that. He just always wants to have the last word. Then when other people have their response, he makes fun of them for having a response, but he started it.
It's like, "Oh, that was so insanely disrespectful." What the fuck are you talking about? Like, I don't even know who the person is who I'm playing, right? I have no knowledge of who the people are on the other side of the internet playing these games. I'm not making insanely hurtful personal insults about them and their character and their real life shit.
Dude, you could find clips of him shitting on their character. He told people that people were bad people. They're a bad person for how they won a match or how they played a game. Okay.
I'm just saying their gameplay sucks, right? There's nothing wrong with that, in my opinion.
And again, he thinks there's nothing wrong saying his gameplay sucks. Okay, fine, solid point. But that doesn't mean the person can sit there and be like, "Yeah, this is fucking stupid. I worked hard on this combo." And he says that my gameplay sucks. This guy's an idiot. Whatever. He says that Reina mashes and all this stuff. Dude, literally look up the combos that Reina has, and you'll just be like, "Oh, what?" I mean, he's acting as if he fought against me as Reina, and my Reina's a masher. But there's combos she has that you have to do a lot of fucking inputs. There's one pick. People might know what it is, but whatever. But again, you see that his gameplay sucks, and oh god, dude, literally he said it in this podcast. Just rewind it. He literally says, "So if you say that like my gameplay sucks, they're a bunch of idiots." He mocked people for saying his gameplay was bad, and now he's saying, "I'm just saying the gameplay's bad, man." What are you talking about? DSP, please, just get therapy. He needs someone else to talk to.
Everyone's always going to say, if you lose to someone and you got sour grapes about it, you're going to say they're a scrub.
Again, that's not what sour grapes mean. That's not how it works, stupid. Sour grapes is literally when you want something and you can't get it. So you say to yourself, I never wanted it in the first place, man. Yeah, that bike? Yeah, I do want that bike, but I don't have the money. That bike looks pretty stupid. I guarantee they're gonna make another bike that's gonna be way better. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for the next bike, the next generation. It's like kind of the same shit we see people when the iPhone was like starting to get yearly releases. They're like, yeah, I'm gonna wait for the next one. Yeah, iPhone 10. I'm waiting for iPhone 11. Okay, yeah, iPhone 11. I'm waiting for iPhone 12. You know, whatever. And that's what sour grapes is. And then DSP is here, just using it incorrectly.
Right? It's just a common thing. And the fact that in the FGC this has become such a prominent thing now, oh god, you can't fucking make fun of others and stuff. It's like, what are you talking about, right? Of course,
dude, what are you talking about, stupid?
For me, I'm always under the microscope.
And again, you know what? Okay. It gets so funny. It's this dude. The whole thing with LTG just shoots this down immediately. Look how much of a bitch he got. When LTG just didn't want anything to do with him, we're just responded in kind. Dude, how DSP talked about him. And DSP ends it with, he's a bitch! You're a bitch forever! Yeah! And then he fucking cries about LTG every day. As LTG moves on with his life.
God forbid that anyone else does it, it's fine. But if Darkside Phil does it, he shows up on the Scrub Quotes Twitter account and all.
Dude, anyone can show up on the Scrub Quotes Twitter account. Anyone can. It's so funny. Even streams when he's not even shitting on anyone, he shows up because he cries about the rollback netcode all the time because he doesn't understand how it works. He factually doesn't get how rollback works. He thinks it's like a rolling of the dice or whatever. He's literally going off of just the name. That's all he judges it on. He didn't finish the rollback video, and I've been trying to find that video in his little React channel, and he did not make that playlist public.
My detractors fucking redo it and get content out of it.
Look how mad he got. That's what it is. He's so mad. He gets focused on as a scrub. People are calling him a scrub, and he's mad about it. He's low-key admitting he's a little mad that he's being called a scrub for being one. Oh my god. This is true scrub behavior right now. This is scrub behavior.
Stupid, right? It's so dumb. That's not the nature of how it used to be in that community.
Dude. Does he think, he probably thinks this, that since he's being featured on Twitter that it's a cancel campaign? But what it is, it's just, get all this guy saying dumb shit. That's really all it is. And DSP is like, wow, they're trying to cancel me. No, dude. They're just showcasing how stupid you are. And then people are just reacting to it saying, yeah, this guy is an idiot. That's all that's happening.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
So, the thing that is about this, if I continue to play Tekken 8 casually, instead of I don't care about getting good at the game or whatever, and I play a new character every week, that's all well and good, but is that really enough? Is that enough to keep me interested? Is that enough to keep you guys interested? Because eventually we're going to get bored of just playing it at a casual level and just messing around with new characters, and essentially that's exactly what happens every time that I play a fighting game. I'll play it for like a month or two, and then I get bored and I just don't play it anymore, right? Like, for example, with Tekken 7, I think I played 4 or 5 characters, and
okay, we're just gonna skip ahead a little bit.
Get around. I need to know all the matchup knowledge for all these characters. Now, we're a different point now. You know, we're years later, and I actually got really good at Street Fighter 6. And for an extended...
Remember when he was gonna use Fightcade? January, we're gonna do Fightcade. Okay, January comes. Okay, next month. February comes. No Fightcade.
Period of 7+ months.
I think he's terrified about the unsafe streamer mode where people could send him messages. He's scared of that. He doesn't want the possibility of getting DMs.
Like the content got better and better, my gameplay got better and better, right?
Right?
And the only reason really that I dropped Street Fighter 6 is because the game's stagnant now. Like really, it's hit a level where there's nothing changing in it. It plays the same. Everyone's playing the same.
This dude got mad at Street Fighter 5 for having balance updates. Oh, imagine you learn a game and then they send out a patch that changes the game. You have to relearn it again. What a bunch of assholes! And now, like, he's getting his dream come true with Street Fighter 6, where it takes forever to get like new stuff added, gameplay wise. And he's like, "Yeah, man, it's stagnant, man, it's stupid."
Line. It's just an endless grind. The only way I would get better at the game is to play it 5-6 hours a day like the pros do, and I'm not going to do that. So it makes sense to move on.
But you're already a
game,
master.
which is what we're doing with Tekken. But the way I see it is like, I'm kind of damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. If I drop the game entirely, people will be upset and be like, dude, you played it for 2 weeks. Why are you dropping it so early? If I play it and try to get better at it and try to reach a higher level of gameplay in it, which I very well could do, then I have to focus on 3 or 4 characters. And people are undoubtedly going to say, well, you always use the same characters. This is boring. If I try to learn every character on a casual level, I'm never going to get good at the game. And undoubtedly people are going to say, man, every time you play, you're only fighting scrubs.
Dude, I play like Geldinger casually. I know, well, Revelator at least. And I'm still having fun.
And this is
I'm
boring,
getting kind of
right?
good. Whatever.
The way that I can make it spicy is to have the kind of commentary that I'm known for.
Spicy.
But people find it inflammatory. People find it insulting. People find it...
Again, DSP has made it a career to say how he's no longer a toxic individual. Oh, I don't make fun of people anymore. He hyped up a New Year's resolution of not being toxic to the opponents anymore. So what is it? Does he want to shit on people or does he not want to shit on people? Like, again, this is, as I said, a constant problem. DSP cannot have a backbone as to how he wants to portray his gameplay. If you want to be toxic, go ahead, whatever, fuck it. But if you don't, then don't, and stop bitching about it.
Uncouth of someone...
And he can't say shit like this, or like, this is insulting, when he fucking says, yeah, guys, I'm gonna play this game, I'm gonna try not get mad. Yeah, I'm gonna try to calm down. He had weird-ass rants where he was like, yeah, man, I talked to my wife, and my wife told me to calm down, or whatever the fuck. Like, dude, what is it then?
Trying to make content on the internet to talk shit now. So it's kind of like, so what do you... But people find it inflammatory. People find it insulting.
And he had people telling him in emails or whatever, it's like, Phil, I don't like it when you're mean. I don't like it when you're shitting on the opponent, man. And then, like, he's like, yeah, man, I'm gonna try to calm down. And then, like, he does this. Like, what do you believe in? This dude, like, man.
Uncouth of someone trying to make content on the internet to talk shit now.
Again, this dude shat on the FGC for being toxic. And now he's like, I can't be toxic anymore, guys. What the fuck?
It's kind of like, so what do you do? Right? It's like, no matter what content I do, everyone has an excuse for why it's...
It's an excuse. Everyone has different opinion, dude. This is why it's like so aggravating that this dude tailors his entire existence on feedback to this crippling effect. He's so crippled by, what will Jimmy say? If I play it this way, Jimmy will be mad, but if I do this, Sally will be mad. Like, he sounds like a fucking, it sounds insane. Dude, it's your stream. It's your content. What do you want to do?
Good. The high level stuff is too boring and samey and grindy.
I mean, dude, I'm sure someone's gonna sit there and say, "Oh, Theo, I wish you played as Asuka in Strife. I wish you could play as him, man." And I'm like, okay, but no, I wanna play as Biken. I want to unleash the Bikenator. Okay, no, now I'm feeling the L-Felts. And it's like, I'm not gonna tailor the characters I play off what someone may want to see, because I'm playing the game, man.
playing, you never get good, and it gets repetitive and boring because you're only playing scrubs. Oh, well, if you talk shit during your commentary, that's entertaining, but also insulting and you're a horrible human. So it's like, all right.
Wait, what?
The casual playing, you never get good, and it gets repetitive and boring because you're only playing scrubs. Oh, well, if you talk shit during your commentary, that's entertaining, but also insulting and you're a horrible human.
Dude, if you're insulting people and people are saying you're insulting, I mean, what? You're saying I'm insulting because I'm insulting people? Huh? I mean, if you're insulting people and you know you're insulting people, and someone says that you're insulting them, you could just move on with your life, Phil. You don't need to, like, be so concerned that someone is saying you're insulting.
So it's like, all right, so what am I supposed to make then? You know what I mean?
What am I supposed to do? Tell me so I can use it as a shield. Phil, it's your stream. If you're okay with insulting people, then just do it. Why does it matter if people who don't like it don't like it? He's so mad that people just call him out on his bullshit. He can't just say bullshit and not be called out in. But if you're calling people out and saying that they're shitty players, and they call you out or respond, you can't be mad. Because they're just responding to what you're saying. And this dude goes out of his way to say, I have to respond to this. This dude is such a clown. He says how he ignores the drama, but he doesn't. He only ignores easy drama. The easy shit. Like if someone makes a video saying DSP has gout 100, that's easy shit to ignore. But if someone comes out of his way with a clip and it's like a prominent guy, it eats away at him. And that's what we got. Scrubquotes has successfully entered his little pig brain, and it's eaten away any remaining confidence he has. And now he's like concerned that if he shits on someone, he might have a Twitter trend about it.
And like it's funny because I've read the feedback in the last 24 hours. A bunch of people left comments about this on my videos or reached out to me otherwise, and everyone's feedback is different. One person outright...
Wait, people have different opinions? Wow.
...said the following. I'm not kidding. I'm paraphrasing, but this is outright what they said.
I'm not kidding.
The reason that people come and watch you play fighting games is because they want to see you get angry and toxic. They find it entertaining. That's what got you noticed.
This dude literally also made it a career saying how, if you watch me getting mad, you're watching for the wrong reasons. I want to have a chill atmosphere. But now we're going back to like hyping up rage. What it's really like he knows he doesn't like. It's dumb. This is such a waste of time.
4 a million years ago. That's why the FGC resented you so badly, because they couldn't get the views you were getting on the gameplay that they were putting out, and they...
Some random guy has the same opinion he has. Wow, colored me surprised.
Oh, our gameplay is way better than his, so why is he popular? People didn't understand that you were funny. They didn't like...
How is he funny?
Right?
What if he got the views because they're laughing at you and not with you?
Like you when you're at your worst because it's funny to see you flip out with rage. So if you do that kind of stuff all the time, more people will show up and watch it. Like, yeah, but every time I do it, people complain that I'm toxic and I'm a jerk and, you know...
Again! This dude goes out of his way to say, I'm not toxic. I'm a positive guy. Everyone else is toxic. YouTube is full of toxic toilet juice. Oh, everyone's toxic. All this bullshit. And now he's like saying this shit. Dude, what the fuck do you believe in? Are you toxic? Are you positive? Are you nice? Are you mean? What the fuck are you?
It's like, I don't... Here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
Me, there's got to be a balance.
Oh.
When I make content,
that's what it is. It's balance. The ambiguous meaning of the word. Where it's like, we can't literally see, like, a quota. It's just a feeling we have to get. And we have to, like, agree that's balanced. Oh, man, this dude is so disingenuous when it comes to it. This dude will tell you he's a balanced individual, but then he'll go on an unhinged rant about nonsense.
Be a balance, and the balance has to be the following. I am enjoying what I'm doing and want to keep doing it. Okay? you enjoy what I'm doing and want me to keep doing it. And of course, the other thing is people actually show up to watch the content, engage with it, and support it. Those are the three factors. I like what I'm doing, you like what I'm doing, and it can be supported so I can make money and have a business out of it. Okay? Those are the three key factors to success here with my gameplay and business. Other people may be different, but that's the keys to success for me. All right?
The
now,
Alicia keys
very
of
much,
success.
there is some of the time when that's not always true. Sometimes I'll be playing a game I hate, but you guys outright love watching me play it, and I will tough my way through it regardless, even if I don't like it. I mean, perfect example of that, Wolong Fallen Bullshit last year, whatever it was called. I did not like that game. I felt that game was a bad knockoff of a bunch of others. Bad execution, bad controls, bad graphics. Everything was fucked up about it. I didn't enjoy it, but I toughed through it because you guys wanted to see it. So there you go. Now, there's other cases where I like a game, but you guys don't like it that much. But because I'm enjoying it so much, I'll still go through with it. I call these kind of like pet projects or kind of the love letter games. Like if I'm playing Chrono Trigger, I realize that my mainstream audience doesn't love that. But
oh my god, let's hear this again.
It so much, I'll still go through with it. I call these kind of like pet projects or kind of the love letter games.
Oh,
like if I'm playing
man.
Chrono Trigger, I realize that my mainstream audience doesn't love that. But
this dude bragged about how Chrono Trigger was such a success. It was such a success. Everyone loved it. Everyone loved Chrono Trigger. And now it's like, yeah, it was well supported, man. Okay.
I want to play it because it's a game that's near and dear to my heart from my childhood. I want to make that playthrough so those who do care about me as a person can eventually watch it and see how much it meant to me and why, right? It'll never go popular. It'll never get giant views, but at least it's cool that I got a playthrough out of that last year. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you can make those exceptions. Sometimes you have to make that exception to put out content that's either meaningful to you or your audience or both. And it goes hand in hand that, you know, if you make that kind of content that's not always agreed upon on both sides, you got to balance it with stuff that people agree upon. So that way I can keep operating a successful business, right?
Right. Correct. Drink. Chew. So,
my question is,
guys,
again, what to do with Tekken? Because people seem to be all over the place with this. Some people want to see me get better at the game. They say, all right, you know what? Pick 3-4 characters, focus on them, rotate between, get better, learn balance changes to the game. There was just a balance patch last night. They rebalanced Tekken 8. They made it so that June isn't as overpowered in the corner as she used to be. They made it so that she can't do the palm strike in a combo. In the corner.
So funny, right? That the one character he was really good with was OP in the corner.
Which is good.
Kind of funny that he just randomly decided he wanted to play as June, right? It's really weird that he said that, and now I'm thinking, yeah, like, he never really plays a lot of women-style characters. And he just happened to play the one that has an OP corner combo.
Because it was so ridiculous how much she could do to you in the corner. They made it so Devil Jin's kicks aren't as good, because they used to have insane range across the screen leading to a combo from almost anywhere, and they made it so now it's not as good. They made it so a lot of moves can be blocked and punished, which couldn't be before. Dragunov. I was saying, Dragunov seems way too strong, because he's got these giant sweeping launchers that all then...
Okay, we can skip a little bit about the patch notes.
Advantage of that knowledge, right?
If I want to learn patch notes, I'll read patch notes. Thank you very much.
You know, I'm having a good time with the game. I'm liking getting better. I had a good amount of fun yesterday, or 2 days ago, playing with Paul. That was fun. Because I was like, wow, I didn't use him since launch. A week and a half later, I jump in, and I'm actually doing really good.
Okay, I don't care about Paul.
Now, will I hit the wall like I did with Street Fighter 6? I might. I might get to the point where this is the wall.
Where you can't make legendary?
The only way I'm going to get better is to easily either find the optimal way to play the game online, which I don't think anyone even knows in Tekken right now. Like, a lot of people bought the game on PC and immediately found out the PC version isn't better. Like, with Street Fighter 6, the PC version is better. Everyone found ways to tweak it, so they have better input lag and shit.
Oh my god.
Tekken on PC are like, oh, so really it wasn't better. It's not. It's supposedly like an equal playing field right now, which is actually a good thing for the launch of a game like this.
Oh, this is disgusting to hear. It's a good thing it's equivalent right now. Like, shut up.
Play the game hardcore
Whatever.
and get better at it. But
okay.
I very well could hit the wall like I did at Street Fighter 6 and be like, well, the only way I'm going to get better now is to play this 5 hours a day. I'm not playing Tekken 8 5 hours a day. That's never going to happen, you know?
Okay, yes.
I'll mess around and learn.
Again, this is like in November when he was like pretending that he couldn't afford to buy Mario and RoboCop or whatever the fuck, and it ended with him just not really doing anything and buying Mario anyway. It was the biggest waste of time. I still get mad just how much he fucking wasted time, and this is another instance of that where he's gonna cover Tekken the same way he was going to anyways, and then drop it anyway, and then move back to Street Fighter 6 or whatever. Like, this isn't news.
Low-level people, you know, which I'm okay with, but probably it'll get boring within a few weeks, and I'll drop it in a month or so, right? Like, that's what's destined to happen if you play a game like that. So, we need a decision. And right now, I'm kind of like on the fence about it. I really don't know what to do. So what I think I'm going to do for Friday Night Fights this week, I want to go back to King. I haven't used him now.
Wow, he's going to go back to King. Wow, so different. Wow. And he's going to watch videos. Wow, we started this segment saying, I don't know what to do with Tekken, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Didn't even get any feedback, and then said he's gonna play as King and watch videos. The thing he's been doing since the game came out, and even through Street Fighter 6, he was doing this. Wow, I'm surprised. I would never have thought he was gonna watch gameplay videos again.
When someone does an unsafe move, how do I punish it after the fact? And does he have any good high-low mix-up? Because I think he does, but I'm not aware of it. Like, I need to figure this stuff out. Once I figure that stuff out, because I know basic juggles, I know some of his good command throws, but I need to implement better strategy with King. Okay, so I think I want to focus on that for at least Friday. For Friday Night Fights, it'll be like King on Friday Night Fights and see how it goes. But outside of that, I'm actually not sure what I want to do next in the game. Do I want to stick with Paul, King, June? Do I want to take on a new character? I have to think about it. And again, I want your feedback. Kind of at a part where I need to make an important decision, and I'm not sure what the right choice is. I feel like no matter what choice I make, some people won't. We're in Act 2, and we did a full exploration.
Okay. I'm gonna finish the FGC segment, then that'll be the video. I'll do the Foam Stars as a standalone video. An hour and 20. Okay. Here we go.
More than that. The sun is so bright, it's like in my face. Okay.
Okay.
Easy Peasy 91 says the following. I think your hate watchers are actually the ones telling you to play peacefully and professionally. Instead of just being...
The hate watchers. Yeah, the people who enjoy watching Rage Like a Baby, they want him to calm down. Okay.
At least in fighting games.
So does that mean Kat's also a detractor? Kat's a hate watcher. I always knew she was a detractor, dude.
They tell you that because they want you to be boring and get less views. I've seen you play fighting games, and lots of times I can tell you're upset and want to say something, but you hold back because of viewers.
This is low key. I feel this is Easy Peasy's just doing easy peasy reverse psychology. Easy peasy reverse psychology.
You're actually at your best when you're natural and funny, which can mean rage and swearing. That's like.
But I like how he's sitting there saying like, "Oh, I know you're holding back because of that," but it's like I thought he's a positive guy.
So what? It's a fighting game. I used to play Tekken with friends in real life, and we would shit on each other. That's the whole fun of it. Don't let people dictate how streams go. You're definitely at your best when you're going all out and funny and raging.
Okay, you know, this is really lame. See, like, I'm so tired of hearing, like, how super important and integral shit talking is. Like, okay, yeah, you know, if you want shit talk, whatever. You know, it is what it is. But, like, you could still have fun with the game without shit talking. I know, crazy revelation being shown that you can enjoy a game without being a shit talker. But DSP is not a good shit talker either. He likes shit, but he's not good at it. It's because it's just obnoxious. He's the most obnoxious, insufferable individual. He just goes into baby mode.
I'm pretty sure those who say otherwise are the ones who want to see you fail.
Are the people who say that? They want him to be calm because he's such a positive guy.
What is acceptable and how far is too far, right? Really? Like, that's the question.
Shouldn't you know? This dude was in the FGC. He was at the toxic pinnacle of the FGC. He sees how the internet has changed over time and how people are more sensitive or whatever the fuck he wants to say it is. So shouldn't he know how far he can take it? But again, it's like when he says racial jokes, like the slave trade joke. Instead of just like, if he knows what he said it was bad, or if someone takes it bad, instead of just apologizing, saying, oh, I meant it as a joke or whatever, he decides to shit on the person and say that, how dare you be upset? Like, that's his go-to. And it's like, this dude doesn't know anything. He doesn't know how to handle any form of like, issue. Like, people are just people. You know, it's funny. I was watching the most recent Mega 64 podcast. And this was an awkward segment, to say the least. But Derek was on the podcast, has not been on the podcast for almost a year at this point. Whatever, because he's been very busy with other stuff. So they've been getting a lot of like questions like, "Oh, where is he? Where is he?" And they have addressed it in the past, and they're like, "Look, you know, like they got one email that was kind of like a silly email because like one of the lines was, "Oh yeah, Derek must not have been woke enough for you, so you kicked him out or whatever." And it's like, no, he just didn't want to be here, whatever. So instead of them saying like, "Yeah, this guy's a fucking idiot," "Oh, look at these people are being so stupid," instead they were just like, "Look," they responded saying, we understand that people like care about the podcast, they enjoy having Derek here, but it's like shit just happens and he wants to spend more creative like energy elsewhere. We're not gonna have him be here and like be forced to participate because you know you wouldn't want a forced energy in their podcast, whatever. So like they explain it, but like the most insulting thing they said, I think like Garrett said like, oh, it's psychotic, but it's very specific and situational because I think it was in response to like something else. And then they're like, no, it's not that. It's like, but then like, you know, Roku explained it more, saying, no, it's not that it's like psychotic. I wouldn't say that. It's more of like, you know, people are just used to like the original dynamic and, you know, it's just change and they have to get, and, you know, now it's like they have to readjust and it's hard, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you know, as awkward as it was, because I can't imagine it being an easy thing to address. Because you know, you see a guy there for like years, and him not being there for like months and months and months. It's like, you know, but he's still part of Mega 64. He's been in other videos. He's been in other streaming events that they've done. So it's not like he's gone. But it's like an awkward situation. But they at least kind of like addressed it in a way where it's not like this guy's a fucking idiot, you know, or anything like that. It was just kind of like, you know, look, we get it, you know, whatever. And people could think whatever, but it's just how it is what it is. So, you know, there you go. See, even they were able to navigate that very well.
And I don't have an answer for that, you know, because when I'm in the heat of the moment and I'm upset at a fighting game, and if I really feel like someone did not know what the hell they were doing and got lucky and beat me, I get legitimately heated, like legitimately upset. But the difference is, you know, so if I am playing a fighting game and I lose to like lack of character knowledge, like
I mean, again, he's pretty much saying that he should be able to shit on up and coming FGC people with no problem. But if they don't know who he is, it's such a terrible thing because they're trying to erase FGC respect or whatever the fuck.
In Tekken, I actually don't get as upset. I'm like, damn, I lost exactly to 100% to character knowledge because I don't know what that character is capable of. I don't know that their high-low mix-up looks like that, so I can't defend. I can't get out of the way, and, you know, I actually usually don't get upset about that. What I get upset about is if I feel like someone sucks and is just mashing buttons and they get away with stuff. There's some characters in Tekken right now. Law is one of them. I think Jin is one of them, where you can just, when someone's knocked down, you can run up and start mashing buttons, and you track them. So if they try to get up, you can get lucky and just get another stupid hit, a counter hit, at least to another grounding and another juggle. It's like, but you didn't earn that. You just ran up and mashed buttons and hoped for the best and got lucky with another hit. You didn't time that. You didn't know what you were doing, right? And that frustrates me.
But what if they knew what they were doing? If they're running up to you, you can assume they're going to do a low hit.
That are just easy mode characters. Like, they're meant to be that way. And that's fine. Like, that's since the days of the early Tekkens. Like I said, Tekken 3, Eddie Gordo was the dawn of that. Like, they wanted to make an easy mode character that people could just mash and feel like they know how to play a fighting game. And it's always continued throughout the years with Tekken. There's always been a handful of characters like that where you just mash the buttons and get away with stupid shit.
Just mash.
And again, it's on me to lose. I'm losing to that because I don't have the character knowledge to stop it. If I play more Tekken, I'll learn that. I'll learn the mashing bullshit, and I won't get caught by it anymore. I'll punish it, right? I'll actually start parrying, getting the fuck out of my face, and then doing giant, punish combos after, which would be great. But I need to get to that point. I'm definitely not at that point right now. I'm nowhere near it, But no, I understand what you're saying, easy peasy. I don't know. It's hard to figure out
It's hard to understand. Hard to know the balance.
I can't be like super duper personally insulting to every person I play. At the same time, I should have the ability to criticize and say things about someone's gameplay if I feel that it's inferior.
But do they have the right to respond? Because it seems like it's really upset when people respond to his criticisms.
But what's the happy medium between the two? At what point do you try to be entertaining but not insulting? Right? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. Back in the day, this wasn't a concern. Back in the day when I played Street Fighter 4...
Dude, this is the guy that tells us how to troll him properly. It's one thing to do this, but it's another to do that. Why can't he apply that to himself?
Anything went, and you could say whatever the hell you wanted, and no one cared, and people
wow,
laughed
great.
And got popular for it. I was known as the toxic Street Fighter 4 guy, and it got me ridiculous amounts of attention on YouTube back in the day. Now, you try to play Street Fighter 6 that way, and everyone hates you. Everyone on the internet, oh, you're a piece of shit, you're a toxic fuckface.
Again, he shat on a dude that was part of the FGC. He didn't know. And then when people told him, hey, Phil, you know this guy was in the FGC? He's like, yeah, so what? Deal with it, grow up. But then when another dude said, oh, DSP is a bitch, he's like, oh, I was part of the FGC, I was fourth place at EVO, and now they're not giving me respect. So, again, he wants the respect, but he doesn't want to give it. Like, when he's giving respect, oh, it has to only be Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes earned his love, right?
Put him on fucking scrub quotes and all that. It's like, I'm not doing anything different today than I used to. In fact, today it's way...
Yeah, but people do that anyway. I mean, dude, where do you think No Johns came from? People shit-talking John. A dude named John was like, oh, it's the controller or whatever the fuck. And people, like, dogged on him.
More tame than it used to be. But now I'm the heinous villain. But back then, it was funny and good, and people got the joke. I don't get it. Society changed, right?
Dude, how is he surprised? He tells us every day how society has changed, and now people are more sensitive or whatever the fuck. And now he's like, what? But it's like, come on, man. You're shitting on someone, and you're not expecting them to respond? Like, he's streaming in front of people online. And he doesn't think, oh man, someone may see this and share it. He uploads the video. Like, what does he think is gonna happen? Oh my god. It's really like he doesn't expect anyone to respond to the shit he says.
Let's continue.
Let's continue anyways. Alright. That's where we'll end this little video, because I don't think it says anything else. I will do another video on foam stars, but I'll end it here. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a fun one. We learned a lot. DSP is a bitch, but God forbid if you don't give him respect, dude. Man, okay? Sound good? That's it for this video, and as always, it is time. It's always time.
Time to skedaddle on out of here.
Alright. Bye-bye.